Salutations and good morrow, and welcome back to another Grounded Update video where today we're going to be talking about the Trello board. Okay, so for some of you guys who don't really understand how to read a Trello board or the things that they're currently working on, there is a link to their Trello board right on their Twitter where you guys can see all of the bugs that they are currently working on that you guys have reported. Now, what I will tell you guys is how to really read this, and we'll go over some of the things that they're working on, including some of their major issues, but I'm not going to go in depth and go over every single thing that they're working on because there is a lot of things that they are working on. Each one of these, scroll down and there is tons and tons of things that they are currently working on, lots of major issues. But the bonus point of this is to tell you guys that they are working on things for you guys, and this is the best place to go to see if the bug that you are having has already been reported, and if it is not, that you guys can send them a bug or anything like that by clicking here where it says how to report a bug, and it gives you a complete description right here. You guys can pause my video so you guys can read this out right now so you guys know how to report bugs. That way you guys can help them develop this game and make sure it's least buggy as possible. But moving on from that, guys, let's talk about how to read these files. So let's talk about that first. So what you do here is you click on one of the things, and what it'll say is it's got labels up top. Okay, it says fixed on live, and they've built a workaround for it. So green, this light green color is going to mean they fixed it on the live game, the live release right now. Okay, if you're still having problems with that, you're going to want to submit some other information to them. You guys can also include these ticket numbers for them in order to communicate back to them which issue you're talking about, but it also tells you what platform they're doing. They give you a workaround. Reinstalling Grounded can sometimes fix this issue. Now, that workaround is kind of a bad one. Hopefully that they're working on actually fixing it so that stops happening, because if you have to uninstall and reinstall the game every time your backup, like your save file, disappears, maybe you're going to lose all your data, and that could be a problem. But like I said, they have the green one is fixed on live and the blue one is a workaround. Okay, going on, we have a couple other ones. This orange one, which means they're investigating the issue, saves are displaying day 0 on content appears to be reset. Okay, so they're trying to figure out what's going on right now with this one, which is why it's under investigating. You guys will see that it's added, that this person added it to the template card is under the list of major issues. Let's go over that for a second. So you guys, before we go into what all these other colors mean, let's go over the things that you guys are seeing. First off, the most recent patch is going to be the first one, things that they have fixed. Okay, then you have major issues that are affecting the entire gameplay, game issues. Okay, so sometimes the game will just stop working or answer stealing from hard to reach places, stuff like that. So not crashing the game, but things inside of the game being a little wonky. Items, equipment, and resources. Like this one, sometimes ant eggs are unable to be picked up. That's a resource issue. They're working on that. Then you have UI issues, which is going to be like the user interface, what that means, any issues that are having there. And then also they have audio issues, which you guys know is going to be like the grub audio is too loud, some audio is distorting for some players, stuff like that. Then if we go over even more, you will see we have other issues and patch 0.12 fixes. So in other words, they are going to keep a record of patches that were done and things that were fixed throughout each update. They're just going to be off to the right. You guys will have to scroll over to see them. But they are working on those. These are how you guys can read all of the tickets that they're currently working on. Going on, we're going to click on another one so we can read more of the labels that you guys are seeing. So if you guys see the dark blue, and that means there's an issue with the PC. Okay, so that means that they're worried about something that's going on the PC, and they're working on fixing that. Like some players will sometimes crash or freeze while logging into Grounded. That's only a PC problem. It doesn't seem to be happening on Xbox. So they're like, okay, we're going to label this one PC. We need to get somebody working on this one, and it's a major issue, so it needs to get fixed immediately because it's affecting gameplay. You can't even get in and play the game. Scrolling on down, we have a red one that's right over here, or a yellow one. So if you click on the yellow one, fixed in future updates. So that will tell you guys that in the next update that's coming, which should be a hot fix that's coming by the end of this week, that they have fixed one of these problems and it should be fixed. And then you guys will see that in the patch notes that it's been fixed. Okay, then we have these red ones here, and that's need your help. Okay, the team is unable to reproduce this issue, so in other words, they need our help, for the repair tool is not always working. So at this point, this is going to be one of those times where if you guys can, if you have recording software, and you guys are having this issue, show them by recording a piece of gameplay and then sending it to them. That way they can see, okay, hey, there is an issue here. How are we going to fix it? So that's how they're going to do it. Okay, so that is kind of how you read the Trello board here. That's how you're going to be able to read it and find out exactly what's going on. So that way you guys can go, okay, these bugs are done, these bugs are not. And how can I report it if I need to? Now, there are some other things. What I would suggest you guys do is just come on here and click on these and read through them. I want you guys just to find out and understand how this game is being developed and things that are problems right now and how they're going to be going to fix them, because all that's going to do is it's going to help you guys in the long run. So that way you guys will be able to see, okay, this bug's done, this is going to be fixed, and then my gameplay is going to be even better. Or how can I help make the game even better? But guys, if you guys have any other questions about this, please feel free to reach out to me. The last thing I want to do is just go over some common game issues that are going on inside of the game right now that you guys have reported to me, that I have talked to them that they are currently working on. So over here, you guys have told me that ant eggs are unable to be picked up. We've gone over that already. When shooting arrows, a duplicated arrow could sometimes appear on the screen. Yeah, so that's, you know, when you guys are shooting the arrow and then all of a sudden there's another arrow that's kind of just going this way across your bow, making it hard to see. They're working on that. They're investigating, finding out why that's happening. The repair tool, we've already talked about that. Armor dummy and weapon racks are not always displaying their held items. I haven't personally run into that, but it is a problem that they know about. So if you guys have seen that, make sure you guys just report on that as well. Sap collector blueprints are not easily placed properly. This is a pain in the butt. I also want to add into this one that I'm hoping that they're also going to fix the amount of sap that goes into it, because right now you only get one, and I think that's a little ridiculous, especially if you leave it sit for days and days and days. It should replace more than one, kind of like, you know, a maple syrup tree. You know, it doesn't only drip one drip of maple syrup and that's it for the entire tree. It slowly drips over time. Okay, items are not always staying in their containers. This is another thing, that you put an item in there and then it just kind of falls out. I haven't really received it. I haven't seen it in my gameplay, but I've known people who tell me about it. Players are can't mix fluids, arrow, when drinking. This used to happen to me, but it's since been fixed. I don't have that issue anymore. All I had to do to fix it for myself was just pick up my fluid thing, put it back down, and put some new drink in there, and then it allows me to drink from it. And then dandelion stems and tufts are being flung into the air. Yes, they are. They're going poof and flying everywhere. Now, dandelion tufts, I think it's good that they kind of fly up a little bit, but the stems doesn't make any sense that they're flying up into the air. So those are some common game issues that we've seen so far. UI issues, I'm not so interested in those. Audio issues, they're important, but the biggest one is that the grub is too loud, and I agree with that, and it's gonna be fixed very soon. And then other things are like major issues. You guys can read through these if you guys want to. There are a lot of major issues with the game, but guys, the biggest thing I want you to remember is that this game is in development, okay? And this is a recording as of the end of August, beginning of September. So I want you guys to know that these are going to change. Everything in here is subject to change in the future. So if you guys are watching this a couple months from now, just remember that I did record this end of August, beginning of September, and those are the current fixes that we're working on. They just released 0.2, so whatever patches come out after this could all be subject to change, guys. But thank you guys all so much for watching this video. If you guys liked it, please hit that like button. Make sure you guys subscribe and turn that bell notification to all, so you guys never miss any of these awesome grounded updates and all of the new awesome games that are in development, like Small Land and other games that I'll be playing on the channel to bring you guys more awesome videos. But as always, guys, I will see all of you guys in the next one.